Last night, Phil comes over. He says, I gotta talk to you, Deb. He says, can you have a seat? I said, I've been sitting all day. I'm okay standing. What's going on? He says, well, there's this gal who's been coming around Domino's all the time. He says, at first I didn't think anything of it, but last week she came in 10 different times for pizza. Then he says, each time she comes in, she gets more aggressive, leaning over the counter. I said, hey, look, you're a good-looking guy. If you weren't already my boyfriend, I'd be leaning over the counter too. He said, well, all of that is just small details. I haven't even gotten to the main part. He said the gal wrote down her address on a napkin, threw it at him, and said, you're taking me to Piccadilly on Saturday night. I said, what'd you say? He said, Deb, I went to tell her I had a girlfriend, and she threw her hand over my mouth and said, pick me up at 8 and make sure you're wearing Dracar Noir. I said, oh, that is aggressive. He said, tell me about it. Then he says the gal runs out of the Domino's, leaving behind some little black book. So Phil opens the thing, hoping to find a phone number where he can call her and say, A, I'm not going out with you, and B, you left behind a book. But what is the first thing he sees? His name, with a bunch of kissy marks around it. I said, hon, you got a stalker. That gal is on the prowl. I said, let me know if you want to borrow my mace.
I posted to my stories that I went to listen to Summer Girls by LFO, and it didn't say LFO in the artist name, and I thought that this was like a weird, like a cover situation, and I hit it, and I was like, no, this is LFO, and I had no idea that LFO stood for something, and according to my DMs, that's very common knowledge, and I'm the only human in the world who did not know that. So A, did you know that? And B, we're gonna go see Blind, Cold Turkey. I don't think that's the right expression, if my husband knows. Okay.
You gonna give me any heads up first?
No, that's the point of this. So you know the band LFO? Mm-hmm. I like girls that wear ever. What does LFO stand for? A, did you know that it stood for anything?
Yeah, I mean, I suspected it.
Well, what is LC? Okay, so it's already not common knowledge. Get one word right.
Little farm. I have no idea. Little farm ordinance.
Light, funky ones.
Light, funky ones.
That was not common knowledge, right?
No.
Thank you.
Honey, are you fancy on a fixed income? Don't worry, I'm going to give you some tips. Everything I'm wearing today is very well made. It is designer and very valuable. However, I paid very little. Ask me how I did it. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you. The cowboy hat, it was made for none other than musical legend and fashion guru himself, Boy George. The fashion designer, Victor Kiki Cameron, made this for him for a very special performance. He named it Disco Ball, and somehow, some way, it ended up at a live auction at the Metro Zoo. It was a fundraiser for the endangered Florida manatees. Unfortunately for them, the turnout was not good. However, yours truly was there. Got this at the starting bid, $25. The pin, honey, I commissioned this from an up-and-coming jewelry artist. Her name is Alice Appleton. She takes old antique tchotchkes and she puts together these gorgeous one-of-a-kind pins. Now, honey, look at this fur. It was sourced from the original Broadway production, 1982, Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, Cats. It was a marketing trade. Honey, I have the gift of gab. She gave me this. I said I'm going to tell everyone I know about her. Guess how many clients I've already sent her? 47. Recognize this? It's a Swatch watch. Now you are going to pay top dollar to get one of these in the stores. Honey, I found this in a jar of buttons at the Goodwill. $3.50. I am telling you, there are treasures afoot. Don't pay full price. So Brenda's convinced that her husband Bob is cheating. So we jump into my Mustang and we're going to go do a drive-by at the office where he says he's working late. And we pull up and we see his Cutlass Supreme sitting right out front. And me, I breathe a sigh of relief. I'm like, okay, thank God. But Brenda, she's not convinced. She says, Deb, something still doesn't feel right to me. I want to go inside. I said, all right, I'll park. So Brenda and I, we make our way to the 5th floor where Bob's office is. We go inside and sure enough, there he is. And he was just laughing and carrying on the phone with someone. And Brenda's frozen. And then we hear him say, well, I can't afford the whole night for you, but I think a few hours would be a lot of fun. And I looked at Brenda and I said, oh my God, he's talking to a working girl. He's trying to hire a lady of the night. And I said, the heck with it. And I ripped that phone right out of Bob's hands. And I said, and who might this be? He said, my name's Richard Clark. And I said, this is more complicated than we even thought. I said, okay, Richard Clark, well, what are you doing talking to my best friend's husband? He said, I'm a DJ with Party Town Entertainment. I'm talking to Bob about doing a 40th birthday party for his wife. Can I help you in some way?
We don't know what's going to happen between you and Ronnie. None of us are psychics.
Well, I sort of am.
Okay. So imagine, Samantha, imagine that everything you've been through, all the heartache, you and Ronnie breaking up, the trials and tribulations, the path that you've been on, it has led you to this moment. And it is at this moment that your path winds and leads you to your wildest dreams. Would you then, even for a moment, regret anything? No, you're right. When did you get to be so wise, Steph? It's because I'm a hairstylist. Every day is like one big therapy sesh, plus you've met my mother. That adds up. If you want to make this happen, if you want to get back with Ronnie, you need not forget that you are a beautiful and powerful woman. You are a woman of the 90s. So go after what you want, be direct, do it from a place of strength, not regret or guilt or desperation. And Raven and I were enlisting on the mission.
Oh, really?
Abso-friggin-lutely, let Operation Win Blockbuster Ronnie back commence. You're in, Raven?
Yes, as long as you don't make me wear camo.
God, no. But that's not all. There is one other person we need to recruit.
What?
Mother!
Honey, you called? Since the beginning of time, men have been playing the field. Well, guess what, ladies? It's the 1980s, and it's our time. This here is my little black book, and it contains a list of all the men that I go on dates with. On my quest to find a quality husband, I am unfortunately having to kiss some frogs before I meet my prince. But make no mistake, I will not be going out with those frogs again. So I have a system in which I rate them. Now, Frankie, I had given him 5 stars. However, I did have to cross him off my list after our second date because we had a car accident in which his car was totaled. And I cannot date a man that does not have a motor vehicle. That is unacceptable. Now, Phil, I have not gone out with him, and I only know his name because he wears a name tag. But he works at Domino's, and he is awfully good looking. So I'm going to put a smiley face by his name, and I'm going to put TBD for to be determined. I'm thinking about ordering a pizza and then making my move. Ladies, stay organized. Sometimes the road to love takes a little black ink.
Tina, dear, do you want to tell us what you are for Halloween?
Well, I really wanted to go as Madonna for Halloween, but my mom said that that probably wasn't appropriate for school, so instead, guess what I am? A punk rocker. And guess what I brought? They're drumsticks. And guess what else I brought? Oh, this is my purse, Miss Roy. It has my lipstick. My mom said I could bring it to school so that I could reapply. I really like your butterfly costume, Ashley. You make a really cool Superman, Steven. Sarah, you make a really pretty princess.
Phil and I made it to the Florida Keys. Now, when we flew into Miami, we got a shuttle bus down to Key Largo, and then we took something called Mom's Taxi to take us to Isla Mirada to our hotel, the Sunset Inn. Now, we've been having a great time, but I gotta tell you something that happened the other night. Last night, our first night in town, we go over to this Shannon's Fish Shack, and I'm looking at the menu. Phil says, "What do you want?" And I said, "Well, I'd love to try the local fish." Now, the gal who was waiting on us, her name was Annie, and she starts telling us the specials, and she ends it with, "And the fish of the day is dolphin." I said, "Is that right?" She said, "Yeah, fresh from the dock." I was horrified. I was disgusted, and quite frankly, I was about to leave. And I said, "So you mean to tell me you're serving up flipper sandwiches?" And then Annie and Phil start busting out laughing. She says, "No, it's not dolphin the mammal. It's a fish. It's called bullhead dolphin." I said, "In that case, I'll try it. Side of fries and coleslaw, please."
Hi, sweethearts. What can I get for you today? The fish? Oh, I have to go ask. I don't know what they're using today, but I did see it earlier, and it looks very white, and it did not stink. I got 3 fish fries with extra tartar sauce on the side for table 7. Order in. I hope y'all save room for dessert. Everything on the menu is to die for, honey, but I really like our chili. Do you want onions and cheese? You know, Gerald, the girls and I have been talking, and we have come to the conclusion that we are carrying the weight of this kitchen. Now, you better shape up or ship out, because I'm going to go to Nell. Hi, welcome to Nell's. How many in your party? Well, I'm not the one with all the sendbacks all the time. Party at 10, wonderful. Any high chairs or boosters? Honey, you better watch your tone and watch the tires on your car. Oh my goodness, 3 boosters and 2 high chairs, wonderful. I'm gonna go set up your table and I'll be right with you. It's not a threat, honey. I've been known to do some slashing. Our special tonight is lasagna. Am I the only one answering phones in this place? Nails Diner, this is Caroline. How may I help you? You cross me, there's going to be consequences. Hi, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt social hour, but I got a full section, and now I'm seating tables. Anyhow, the Brady Bunch is here, and we need to set up a big table for them. I told you I'm not taking that to my table. Those tater tots look like tater turds. Oh, honey, we got the best key lime pie north of Key West.
As we wrap up the year and I'm thinking about 2023's biggest fashion icons and inspirations, it's not a celebrity, it's not a model, it's not a high-end fashion designer. It's 1997 Scott Calvin. And of course I brought receipts. Let's go. Outfit number 1, white crop top, red athletic shorts, high socks, and Converse sneakers. It's sporty, but still sexy. It says, "I'm athletic, but please don't try to throw a ball at my face." He's also giving 2023 body positivity. That belly's big, beautiful, and crop tops are for all. If Santa can rock a crop top, so can you. Next, a silk monochromatic red matching set. I mean, Santa knew what he was doing here. And even though we all know Judy was his stylist behind this look, once that belly comes in and it turns into a crop top, unstoppable. And who would have known in 1997 that in 2023 we would throw a trench coat over a sweatsuit and call it professional? Scott Calvin, that's who. And the judgment that came from that table, they couldn't see what Scott Calvin could see. He just ahead of his time. And there you have it. Now we know where the word slay comes from. Yeah, they just spelled it wrong. I won't be accepting any other opinion. Thank you.
So 2 years ago, I left TikTok. I had grown a little bit of a following and just left. Didn't get on the app. I didn't post anything. I didn't look at anybody else's stuff. In those 2 years, I've had a kid via fun emergency C-section. I got new teeth. Hello. And I had a mini stroke. And there's a different reason I actually left. So, should I do story time on one of those? Which one?
Hey, Rachel. How was your weekend? Mine was pretty sweet. Guess what I got? Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze on VHS. Oh, hey, Rachel, guess what? You know Lauren Moreno? Well, she gave me some stickers, and I have some for you. Here. Oh, this one's cute. Look at this one. Take the cat. What about these? Do you like these? And take those, too. What about the rainbow bears? Here's the pink bear, because I know your favorite color is pink. How about some hearts? You know what, Rachel? Just take all of them, because, I have a lot of stickers at home. I got, a huge sticker book. Hey, Rachel, if we were characters in Saved by the Bell, who do you think we would be? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You're totally Kelly Kapowski, and I'm definitely Jesse Spano.
You would be Screech.
I'm not Screech, Ryan, and this is an A and B conversation, so you can see your way out. I would say that you're Mr. Belding, but you're not that cool. So why don't you sign up for some after-school classes so you can finally get a hobby? I'm so over rude losers. Which reminds me, my love for the Ninja Turtles has really sparked my curiosity about the martial arts, and my mom said that we're going to look for a karate class for me. Self-defense is important. Not that I want to anticipate something bad happening, but you just never know when you're going to need to do a serious kick. Okay, Rachel, well, my mom's here, so I gotta go. I'll see you at the laser light show. Steph, Diet Coke, stat.
Hot Salon, this is Steph speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, good afternoon, Stephanie. This is Roberta Jones calling. How you doing?
No, Roberta, I'm booked.
I was wondering if there is any way I could get in tomorrow. I need to get myself a body wave with Donna.
Okay, let me take a look. Wow, she's fully booked.
Oh my goodness, she's booked again. That is wonderful.
Yeah, she's just been like really busy.
I'm so happy that she's staying so busy. Well, if you could please just relay a message to her that I would love for her to squeeze me in if she can. I have many gentlemen callers at the moment. I'm trying to find me a husband, and I can't do that with my hair looking like this. So I'm sure she'll understand and do what women do, and that's help each other.
Okay, I'm writing all of that down.
And please tell her again that I am very sorry about those checks that bounced. And I had no idea that that money I gave was counterfeit.
Wonderful. Well, I will pass along the message. Have yourself a wonderful day. Bye.
Honey, baby, sweetie, queen of Candyland, I'm going to pump up your chair.
I look so gorgeous today.
How to tell which millennial parents are in spring break mode? Their celebration dances.
Do you have to do this every time?
Get the $18.99 all-you-can-play pass and drop it low with the whole family.
What does that even mean?
This is a message for all the single ladies. I want to let you know that it is your time. It's your time in the sun. It's your time to shine. Being single is not a layover to the final destination of being in love, of being married, or in a partnership. This is the moment, and I want you to live it up and enjoy every delicious moment. I'm raising a white wine spritzer to all the ladies out there who are longing for love and feeling like the time they are experiencing right now is some sort of placeholder. It's your life. Live the moment. Enjoy it. Because sooner or later, you will meet someone. And I hope that they are wonderful. And I hope that they treat you like you deserve to be treated. I hope that they give you all the love that you give everyone else, honey. Because that is what you deserve. That's what I want for you. We are women of the 1980s. And we don't have to settle for anything less than what we want.
I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna say it. The Polar Express, it's creepy. Yeah. You better know I brought receipts, because I got a green screen behind me and a microphone in my hand, so you know I mean business. Let's go. We open with kind of a jerk adult, just, chewing up in front of these kids' houses. Hey, get on my mystery train in the middle of the night. They must not be millennial children, because there is no stranger danger. You cannot tell me there is a soul behind any of these eyeballs. These are the eyes of someone who their freezer should be checked. And the way that they walk, it's like they don't have joints. I have seen my 6-year-old daughter move her Barbie in more realistic ways. All that money and you couldn't afford knees. On top of the train, there is this homeless angel ghost man who has the laugh of somebody who smokes 3 packs a day, trying to serve this young boy this dirty tetanus sock water. Now, after what is the most horrifying train ride, Sandra Bullock speed shit, they get to the North Pole. This distant record player music should have been their first clue to get there. It is not a place of magical joy and wonder, my sweet gullible children. No, it is a nightmare of hairy elves with Napoleon complexes. Let's get to the elves. You're telling me this is who makes my presents. What it makes me is uncomfortable. I would cover my drink around these elves. I thought elves were supposed to be jovial and young. Why do all these elves look like they are on their way to a Steve Miller Band concert? You got Earl over here who's going through his 3rd divorce and is trying a new mustache just to have something to hold on to. Oh, that's just Bobby. Don't worry about him. He's just had one too many hot toddies. He'll probably get arrested again. And Chris, with the soul patch, ready to steal the souls of any children who look him directly in the eye. I need you to just watch this scene.
I'll take care of this. It's in good hands. Trust me.
Why do they sound like that? I feel like I need a bath.
So there you go, my dissertation as to why The Polar Express is not a holiday film, it's a horror film.
A Scrooge!
Thank you. You can mail me my PhD.
My name is Donna of Hot Look Salon, and I am here, so pump up your chair. Hot Look Salon, this is Tina. How can I help you? Oh, hey, what's going on, Rachel? Oh, no, I am not dating currently. In the words of my favorite sitcom, I am a living single. In a 90s kind of world, I'm glad I got my girls. Hey, do you want to go see Practical Magic this weekend? You know what? Someone's coming in right now, so I gotta let you go. Do you want a Cosmo, Young and Modern, Shade Magazine? Steph and I started this new show. It's to die for. It's called Dawson's Creek. The kids on the show are fabulous, but their vocabulary, I never talked like that when I was a teenager. I'm gonna pump up your chair a teeny tiny fraction of a hair. You like my Lisa Frank leopard nails? Surely all day, honey. Sure, honey, I don't have to use this on you. Look here, look what I have. No aerosol. Save the trees. Real hair reveal. About a week ago, I posted a video of myself in a wig cap, and I was putting on my Hot Looks Donna wig for my mom. And I was so surprised to see in the comments that so many people thought that that wig was my real hair. So hi, I'm Casey Dressler. I do a lot of characters here on social media. Probably my most popular is my salon character, Hot Looks Donna. And I'm going to show you my real hair. It is not far off from Donna's. It's not. In fact, her color is pretty close to my natural color. And my hair is naturally curly. So, okay, here we go. So I was filming this character a little while ago. I have been in a wig cap. So I am going to take down my hair. So yeah, my natural color is the root color, but I have been dyeing it for a while. Highlighting it rather. So this is my natural hair. Very curly, very poofy. Pretty 80s. Like my hair is naturally 80s. But I have fun with the wigs. Here you have it. Thanks for hanging out. Love ya.
Hey guys, get ready with me for class. It's like 6 degrees outside today, so I was thinking my Ugg boots and a skirt. I'm honestly still a little drunk from the party I went to last night, so that'll keep me warm.
Ting drinking is very bad.
Hot tip, if you use your hair tie to button your skirt close, you can pull it down to fingertip length real fast if you see the principal coming. On top, we're gonna do a lace tank. Shoot. I'm gonna put this belt like right above my Nicole Scherzinger. It's just to really keep them guessing as to where my actual waist is. Dress code doesn't allow us to just wear tank tops. I'm gonna put on this bolero that's about 3 sizes too small. My Livestrong bracelet that supports like hot bicyclists or something. My shell necklace that Brad got me when he went to Cancun for spring break. He's in college. The rumors that he hooked up with a girl from Ohio while he was there are not true. My sunglasses that I have in every color from Sam Moon. My Dooney and Bjorke, I don't know how to say that, clutch. Like, follow, and share.
This afternoon, I sat down to some Campbell's chicken soup and some saltine crackers, because I haven't been grocery shopping since about 1981. I get a phone call, and it's Brenda, hysterical. I said, "Hun, calm down. What's going on?" She said, "I was wondering if you could come with me to little Tina's school. I gotta go pick her up. There's been an incident. I think it'll make her feel good if you're there with me, because she loves her Aunt Deb." I said, "What happened?" She said some girls were teasing her. They were teaching her about some urban legend called Bloody Mary or something or another. And they put her in the girls' bathroom and they locked her in there. They were holding the door closed so she couldn't get out. I said, "Sweet Bloody Mary, we're going to have to keep each other from going to prison." I said, "We're taking the Mustang. I'm going to get my pocketbook. Mommy Dearest and Uncle Buck are on the way." Earlier this morning, Brenda calls me. She says, "Deb, do you have the day off?" I says, "Yeah." She says, "What you got planned?" I said, "Not a whole lot, just the laundry and some housework." She said, is there any way you can pick little Tina up at 12:45? She's got early release at school and I've got an Avon meeting. I said, yeah, hon, not a problem. She said, great, I'll pick her up around 5. So I says, okay, and I pick little Tina up at 12:45, and I take her to Dairy Queen, because I don't get to see her a whole lot these days. And I says, hey, do you want to go on some errands with Aunt Deb? And she perked right up, and she says, I'd love to. So I take her to the Salvation Army, because, I need to get a few things for my upcoming trip to Florida. So I says to her before we get out of the car, I said, I'm about to take you to a place where you can get anything you want. And her eyes perked right up and she said, anything? I said, if it can fit in the car, hon, you can take it home. Now, she's never been to the Salvation Army and she doesn't know anything about it. So we go in and she starts looking around and then she comes back and she says, Aunt Deb, everything's dirty and broken. I said, that's what it appears like, hon, but it's a treasure hunt. You gotta search and search until you find your treasure. Now, I'm looking through some women's jean shorts, but I got my eye on her. And I see her pick something up, and she is so happy, and she comes racing over to me. And she says, Aunt Deb, I found my treasure. I says, how about that? It even comes with the toilet paper, too. And then I says to her, hon, beginner's luck, because this is a darn good find.
This is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our
NKOTB, what's up, guys? Everybody's got the lyrics in front of them. All right, you with the Dare shirt, which is ironic. You're gonna be saying anything that's got step in it. Plaid guy, anything with girl. One of the Wahlbergs, I just need you to grunt. Tie-dye Paddington Bear, you are anything with baby. Your lead vocals. All right, let's do this, guys.
step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step. Step by step, ooh baby, gonna get to you, girl. Step by step, ooh baby, really want you in my world. Step, hey girl, in your eyes, I see a picture of me all the time. Step, and girl, when you smile, you got to know that you drive me wild. Step by step, ooh baby, you're always on my mind. Step by step, ooh girl, I really think it's just a matter.
Seems like a lot of steps, honestly.
Alex Salon, this is Steph speaking. How can I help you? Hey, Steph, what's up? Samantha, hey, I was gonna call you. Here's my idea. Let's do a Galentine's Day. No dates with grody boys. You, me, and Rave. Let's go get our nails done, go to the movies. Maybe we could go to dinner or something. Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. Well, actually, Ronnie and I do have a date on Valentine's Day. Oh my God, you have a date with third period Ronnie? You didn't even tell me. Oh, well, I didn't tell you because we don't have concrete plans or anything, but that sounds really fun. Donna, this is not a personal call. I'm taking an appointment for the business. I swear to God, she must be on her period 24/7. Okay, well, I guess me and Rave are gonna have to do Galentine's Day without you. Oh, well, look, even if I can't make it, you and Raven should totally do a Galentine's Day. Are you guys even a fish yet? I mean, we're not going steady quite yet, but I really like him, Steph. He's a total weirdo, but very lovable, I do have to admit. I get the appeal. Well, hey, when you get off, we should totally go to the mall or something. Okay, well, I gotta go because Donna needs another Diet Coke. Okay, call me when you get off. Okay, great. Okay, bye. Steph, set me up with some deep condish. I'm right on top of that, Donna.
cheerleaders! Mount up.
Okay, Gerald, honey, I got 4 chilies with cheese and onions, but let's go ahead and hold the hair. Order in. Caroline, can I have a word, please? Yes, Patsy, how can I help you? I need you to please explain this. I'm sorry, I can't help you. I don't know what that is. Oh, you don't know what it is? Well, here, let me explain it to you, honey. It says Roberta's notes. Patsy is always late. She's jealous like a snake. She doesn't do her side work. Excuse me? No, you don't have to read it, honey. It says, and don't trust her with your secrets. In parentheses, it says she gossips. Oh, my word, I can't believe someone would say that about you. I found this by the iced tea station, so I went up to Roberta and I said, could you please explain all of these rude things that you wrote about me? She said, I'm so sorry. I was simply taking notes when Caroline was training me. Patsy, I did not say that. I would never say that. Oh, spare me, honey. You're not going to be able to lie through your teeth when you got none left.
Okay, girls, let's not get crazy.
I'm sorry. Is that a threat?
Ladies, come on now. It is not becoming to shout.
No, honey. I assure you, it's not a threat. Okay, Patsy, we was girl talk and I was training her. I did not think she would write all that down for you to find, and I'm sorry. What's your problem with me, honey? Do you really want to do this right here, right now?
Ladies, come on now.
Oh, just stay out of this, Roberta, because you already done enough. Why don't you go take some notes?
I think I'll just go do a little side work. Excuse me.
Okay, fine then. I'm going to tell you. 1972. You were supposed to be my best friend. And I told you that I liked Eric Anderson, and what did you do? I was working here at Nails that night, and you went to his football game wearing dolphin shorts and a bikini top, holding up a sign that said, Go, Eric, go. And he asked you out. And then I had to find out Monday from everybody else. And that ain't how best friends act. And you broke my heart, Patsy. Oh, honey, we were girls. I had a crush on him, too. We were teenagers. If he would have chosen you, I would have been happy for you, honey. But how could I have known if you didn't tell me? You don't hurt the ones you love, Patsy. And if by circumstance you do, you say you're sorry. And you do the things that need to be done to make it right. And you ain't never made it right. You just walk around and you bat your eyes at everybody thinking everything's okay. Well, it ain't. All I ever wanted was a sorry. Life's too short to hold grudges, honey. To walk around with an angry heart. I don't want to be that person. And I certainly don't want to be that person to you. You're right, honey. Like that movie Love Story, love is never having to say you're sorry. But I understand in this case you deserved an apology that I never gave you. And I knew I'd hurt you. But I was too scared to confront it. Because then I would have had to confront that I did something wrong, and you're right, I did. Friends don't treat each other that way. So please accept my apology, Caroline. I hope one day we can be friends again. I miss you. I miss us laughing, riding in the car, singing to Crocodile Rock. Well, maybe in time we can work on being friends again. But in the meantime, just do some darn side work around here, okay? You got it, sweetheart. My side work today is stalking the Sweet and Lows. Already did it. Okay, honey, well, you have yourself a good shift. And I do apologize about you finding them notes. Okay, Roberta, let's get back to your training. Now, I'm going to have you go stalk the Sweet and Lows, okay? Right this way.
Afternoon, Shane. Everything in this kitchen smells wonderful. You're going to have to teach me how to cook some of this stuff sometime.
You're stupid. Really, really stupid. You're stupid.
So my name My name is Bella Hadid.
I recently did run into some money troubles, which subsequently got me arrested for writing a series of bad checks. But fortunately, I'm the secretary at a law firm, and my attorney, who's my boss, he got me a real good deal with the judge, and I had to agree to take a money management course at the high school and see a therapist. My therapist has been encouraging me to try new things, so I recently started going to this drum circle at this record store. I really like it. And now that my finances are back on track, I've been going and getting my hair done as often as I can because it makes me feel good. And I'm really excited because the record store, they're hosting a full moon party and they're going to have a bonfire on Saturday. So I'm going to go to that. I've realized that I'm a woman of the 80s and I got to let myself have a little fun.
Oh my gosh, I have not heard the song in forever.
So here's the story from A to Z. You wanna get with me, you gotta listen carefully. We got M in the place who likes it in your face. You got G like MC, who likes it on the easy beat. Doesn't come for free. She's a real lady. How you see?
I don't remember what I came here for.
Can I get everyone's attention, please? I would like to say good evening to y'all, and I would like to welcome you to Wild Out Records' very first talent show. Now, you can see Debbie in the back for any vanilla wafers or jungle punch. It's free of charge, as is the entire event tonight. Now, you will see my wife Trish going around periodically with a coconut half shell. That is for any love donations you wish to give. At this time, put your hands together, snap your fingers for tonight's very first performance by me.
Cantaloupe is the fruit I like the most. Sometimes I like pineapples. Tangerine lady, tangerine mama, tangerine baby. You're my tangerine lady.
Hey guys, do you want to see what I got for Christmas? First, I'll start with my stocking. I really love Minnie Mouse. Yeah, my mom got this for me at Kmart. But guess what was inside? 3 oranges and a handful of walnuts. Yeah, it was pretty awesome, but guess what else? It's a kaleidoscope. It's really cool. You put your eye up to it and then you turn this part and it changes all kinds of cool colors. Here guys, you can pass it around if you want to take a better look. Rolos and Hershey Kisses. Yeah, and a couple of barrettes for my hair. Here, you guys can have one. But that's not all. Guess what else? Well, Santa brought me a Casio. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's baby pink, just like I wanted. Okay, are you guys ready for the main event? Close your eyes. Okay, now you can open them. It's a Cabbage Patch doll. Yeah, this is what I wanted more than anything for Christmas, and I was really sweating it because my mom and dad told me not to get my hopes up. But they came through. They came through in a big way.
Do you ever find yourself at a social gathering when people ask you, so what do you do? And you feel sort of pressured to come up with some great answer. Maybe you feel shame around what it is that you do or you don't do. I used to feel that way. And then I started reframing what it is I do. I am a waitress, yes I am. But I am so much more than that, yes I am. I don't just take orders, serve food, and clean up dishes. I nourish people's minds, their bellies, and their souls. I'm going to serve you the meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Yes, I am. But I'm also going to ask you about your grandmama's recipe. I talk to them. I ask them how their day was. I listen to their stories about their grandkids, their children, their hopes, their dreams. And when they come in to celebrate their anniversary, I bring them a little pie with a candle. And I tell them to make a wish because birthdays are not just for wishing. No, they're not. I want to be the bright spot in their day. So yes, I am a waitress, but I don't just serve pie. I serve enthusiasm. I serve inspiration. I serve joy. And I serve love. I've been talking so much about myself. I'm sorry. My name is Roberta. I will be your waitress this evening. May I start you with something to drink?
Hello, I'm Nicole. I have been a student of social media since getting on Facebook in 2005, and I'd like to share with you some of my findings. 1, there is a direct correlation between the number of positive motivational quotes posted and how awful and toxic of a human they are. 2, if you ever find someone who has kind people or my kind of people on a shirt or a bag or their profile, they are not kind. I know, seems backwards, but it's true. And lastly, this is a Venn diagram of people who post rude, vile comments and people who have Bible verses in their bio. Yes, I know it's a circle. Thank you.
Who's ready for some girl talk?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No way! I can't believe you still have that. I know, but first we're gonna have some real talk. Ugh, I feel like I'm in the hot seat. You're not in the hot seat.
Absolutely not, Samantha.
But as your best friends, Raven and I, we just want to help you make better life choices. I take it Steph debriefed you?
I'm afraid she did tell me about the drive-by and subsequent run-in with third period Ronnie.
Oh, we call him Blockbuster Ronnie now. Get with the lingo, Rev.
Oh.
So I guess what we want to understand is you said when you staged this run-in with Ronnie at Mermaid Mary's, you just sat at the bar and had dinner? Yeah, I walked in and Ronnie and I, we locked eyes almost immediately.
Like Blaine and Andy at the prom in Pretty in Pink.
Stellar reference, Rave. Total Pretty in Pink moment. But it was staged on your part, so you're kind of romanticizing a lie. Basically, but when we locked eyes, that moment, that was real. I felt the chemistry.
So then what?
So Ronnie stood up from the bar and then I walked towards him to meet him. We gave each other a hug and then I made up this white lie that I was coming for takeout. I was going to try the shrimp that he recommended. And then he asked if I had time to dine in, that he would love to treat me to them. That's promising.
Most promising.
Yeah. Okay, so he's putting in some effort to court you, but you're still doing most of the heavy lifting.
I am. Why do you think you're in such a hurry, Samantha? Ronnie still obviously has feelings for you.
Real talk, Samantha. The dude came into Hot Look Salon to get the full makeover package when he heard you were moving back to town. He hadn't had a haircut since like 1988. I still can't get over that. He went from totally glam to totally grunge. I'm not in a hurry, per se. Okay, maybe I am. I have a lot of regret that I even broke up with Ronnie. So you're overcompensating because you feel guilty?
In the words of New Order, there's nothing I regret. It's not productive, Samantha.
I just feel like I'm the one who has something to prove. I really broke Ronnie's heart.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little story about a woman who tried. She went to the hairdresser. She got her hair done. In fact, she got the whole makeover package, got her makeup done, her nails done, bought a new outfit. Now, this woman that I'm telling you about, she had a date with this gentleman. And he never showed up. Stood her up. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And rejection, sometimes it can breed obsession. But she will not get obsessed this time. No, she won't. No, she won't. She's gonna move forward with dignity, with pride, and with the knowledge that the person that she is meant to be with, he's gonna put forth the time. He's gonna put forth the energy. He's gonna say, thank you for wearing that lipstick, for taking the time, for putting forth your energy. He's gonna appreciate it. Now, if this person who we have been so generous to with our time, with our attention, with our energy, also happens to work at a Domino's Pizza that we frequent, well, we will not be giving that pizza place our business no more. No, we won't. We're going to find a new place. Yes, we will. And guess what else? We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
Oh, hi, Mrs. Anderson. Yes, we are open on Thanksgiving, and you will have your choice of the regular menu, or we have a special turkey dinner with your choice of 2 sides, a dinner roll, and your choice of pumpkin pie or apple pie. Oh, no, unfortunately, I won't be working that day because I requested off, but Caroline will take good care of you. Wonderful. Happy Thanksgiving. Toodaloo. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to make a quick announcement while Caroline was using the restroom. I have decided to take Thanksgiving holiday off. And Caroline is going to be really bearing the brunt of that. So everybody just help her out. You know, she gets very stressed when it gets busy. And while everyone's here, I would like to address the rumors that I am jealous that Caroline won the Dolly Parton lookalike contest and not myself. I will have each and every one of you know that nothing could be further from the truth. I was very happy for her, and with all of that cleavage that she was showing, she was a shoo-in from the get-go. It was just a lesson that next time I'll have to make a few adjustments to my costuming. Hi, Caroline. What a rinche.
Get unready with me as I get out of character. I just shot a 3-character sketch and I am exhausted. Now I have to go and edit the video. But before I do, I gotta get out of all this wig and makeup and jewelry. So I wanted to know if you wanted to hang out with me. First I start and I take off my jewelry. How are you doing? Tell me in the comments. Or don't. Then I'm going to take off my apron. I will leave on my shirt. Oh, it looks like the wig. I had other plans for the wig, but that's okay. All right, well, the wig's off, so now I can talk in my real voice. How's everyone doing? Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, so I just shot a 3-character Nell's Diner sketch. Please excuse my hair. It is shampoo day, for sure. Been living under these wigs all week. Curly girls, if you're here, if you're watching, how many times a week do you wash your hair? I usually do it like once or twice, usually twice, just because I am under the wig so much and I sweat a lot. But, yeah, today's definitely a wash day for me. To take off my makeup, I just use usually like Neutrogena wipes just to get like the bulk of it off. I always shower after I do these characters, just like I feel like I need to be cleansed of them sometimes. Okay, sorry, I had to pause for a second. So Dawn is like the furthest from my personality, so I feel like she's extra exhausting to do. Plus, I feel like she has like the biggest makeup look. She's got those long nails. She's just kind of the hardest. And her dialect does not fit that well in my mouth, so I flub a lot when I'm doing her. So I feel like the record time for her is more than the others, and then the editing time also ends up being more for her. She's also the character that people always book cameos for, which I love doing the cameos, but again, like she is kind of harder for me to do than the other characters. Anyway, the girls in the diner, not so much. Like I feel like they're not as hard to do because I just kind of like do all the same makeup look for them. I switch out their wigs real quick. I just do like simple nails for them. So they're not as difficult. Anyway, this is pretty much it. I'm done. Like I'm just gonna go throw out my hair, get out of costume, probably take a shower, get a little tea and something to eat, and then start editing and then have a video posted for you later. Okay, great. Thanks for hanging out with me.
I was at Kmart earlier doing a little shopping. I got some cosmetics, some cornstarch. I bought a copy of Peggy Sue Got Married. I get into my car, and I can't find my keys in my pocketbook. So I'm digging in there. I end up dumping the whole thing out onto the passenger seat. I look up, and I see a man who looks just like Mr. Clean tapping on my window. He says, "Ma'am, can you open up?" I said, "I don't think so. I'm not going to be on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. And I'm looking around for anything I can use as a weapon." He said, "Ma'am, I need you to open the door." I said, "And I need you to go back to your apple farm, Mr. Clean, because I'm not coming with you today." He shouts, "Lady, you're in my car." And that's when I noticed the fuzzy dice hanging in the rearview mirror. Cool.
Hey, lady. Hi, how can I help you? Oh, I was just thinking maybe we could put on a crime documentary and eat something nasty. That sounds really tempting. No, I can't. I am going to be doing some healthy and productive things for myself today. So please, I don't have time for this. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want to be in that space. You want to write in your journal, maybe make a little salad, do a little clean girl aesthetic makeup. Give me a break. Why are you making that face? Gonna do some manifestations? Okay, you can stop. How's that going, by the way? That's not necessary. I understand not wanting to commit to an entire episode of something. Want to just doom scroll? I could get some good snacks. No, we are not going to doom scroll. We're not going to scroll, period. We're going to be deliberate about our cell phone use, and we're going to stay in a good, healthy, positive place. Take a day off, okay? Actually, if you must know, I'm going to be shooting some videos. Oh, I'm sorry. You're busy making your little TikToks. Give me a break. Okay, that's rude. Come on, baby. Come on, come with me to the dark side, baby. Take it easy, sleazy. Okay, look, I'm not going to beg. Offers on the table. Call me.
Yesterday was just like any other day. I fixed myself an egg salad sandwich. I was sitting down to watch The Young and the Restless. And in the blink of an eye, my entire life changed. Brenda came storming through my house like a bat out of hell. She was crying. She was shaking. She couldn't get a word out. I said, Brenda, what is it? You're scaring me. She said, Deb, I was the first caller through. We got tickets to see Tina Turner. And I just couldn't even believe what I was hearing. I said, Brenda, if this is a joke, it is not funny. She said, Deb, I'd never lie to you about this. Saturday night, Brenda came over with her daughter, little Tina, for a girls' night. We went to Family Video and rented Howard the Duck and the Boy Who Could Fly. And then we went to the drugstore to get little Tina some press-on nails. We got some stuff to make s'mores in the toaster oven. And we get back to the house, and I called to order a pizza for us. So I dial up Domino's, and a fella by the name of Phil answers. I give him the order. He gives me the total. He says, ma'am, will there be anything else? I said, no, that's fine. Thank you, Phil. And he said, okay, well, it's going to be there in 30 minutes. Faster, it's free. And I said, thank you. And then I told him I loved him. I mean, I was excited about it. And then when the pizza arrived, his name and number was on the box.
On the 12 days of Christmas, my children gave to me 12 themed school days, 11 bedtime excuses, 10 Target tantrums, 9 loads of laundry, 800 moms, 7 spilled drinks, a whole 6 seconds of silence, 5 big hugs, 4 stomach bugs, 3 handmade cards, 2 random shoes, and a love that keeps me from going crazy.
Yesterday was not a good day for me, and I found myself at the counter at the Roy Rogers, digging through my pocketbook looking for some change to give the gal behind the counter. And as I'm digging through, my pack of juicy fruit goes flying out. And I bend down to pick it up, and there's a hand reaching for it. And I look up, and I lock eyes with the most gorgeous man I ever seen in my entire life. And I said, thank you. And he said, you're welcome. And he said, look, I hope this isn't too brazen. He said, I noticed you the moment you walked through the door. He said, if you're not busy, I'd love to take you out over the weekend. I said, I'm flattered, but I usually don't accept dates from people I don't really know. And he said, well, ask me something. Ask me anything you want. I said, is that a real members only jacket you're wearing? He said, it is. I said, you're taking me to see Rocky III on Saturday.
Welcome to Love Connection, where old-fashioned romance meets modern-day technology.
My love life has been a horror film. I've dated Freddy Krueger. I've dated Jason. I had a love affair with Terminator. I'm done with musicians. I'm done with the Sunset Strip. I'm looking for a banker. I'm looking for someone with a 9 to 5. I want a man who works on computers. I need someone to do my taxes.
Man, I'm done with these grody losers thinking my couch is a Motel 6. All the musicians I dated were like, hey, Terry, I wrote you a song. Guess what? Your song stunk. My credit's pretty bad. I'm looking to improve it.
Guns and Roses.
I'd like long walks on the beach. I don't cook. I don't clean. But I am a snuggling machine.
Yeah. Caroline, can I have a word? What can I do for you, Patsy, honey? Well, honey, I came to find out if you have any dirt on this new waitress, Roberta. Actually, I have been doing some digging, honey, and I took some notes. Do you have any? Fabulous, because I have some notes myself. Let's compare. Okay, well, she does do an awful lot of smiling. She laughs at everyone's jokes, which is very nice, because we know they ain't always funny.
These cakes and pies are gorgeous, aren't they, Shane?
I saw her writing a smiley face on someone's guest check. I think they like that.
I do have a sweet tooth myself. Yes, I do.
I've noticed that too. And in addition, I have it here in my notes. I've been noticing a pattern in which she says hello and goodbye to every customer that walks in and back out the door. I think you and I just need to come to terms with that. She is a wonder waitress.
Hi, ladies. I am so sorry to interrupt social hour, but I am so busy over in my section. And if you can believe it, I got 3 birthdays over at table 8. So I've already plated their desserts. They're all ready to go. I'm going to go bring it to them. However, I did use the last of the whipped cream, and I hate to call on you for a favor, but I did not have time to replace it. Caroline, would you mind?
Oh, wow, that's a lot of birthdays for one table. Okay, well, I'll go see about getting that whipped cream for you. See, I don't like that. I'm going to go count them pies.
Hello, darling. What brings you to Thundercards? Hey, Junie, hon, I was over at Hotlick Salon. I was asking Donna some questions. I'm working on an investigation. I'm looking for this gal, Denise, who apparently went missing from the Dairy Queen. Her boyfriend, Stan, went on air to a local radio show, and I want to find him because I might have some information that could explain why she's gone. Darling, I've heard, and you've come to the right place. I know Denise very well. You know Denise? She was a long-time client of mine, extremely strange girl, unusual cowlick. Okay, so you know she's missing. I don't believe she's missing, darling. Rather, she took a trip. So you think she took off on her own free will? I can't say for sure, but I do have my speculations. Hey, we all need a vacation from time to time, but why not tell your boyfriend who's worried about you? I don't know the man personally, but from what Denise told me, he was very, very controlling. Okay, now that makes some sense to me, but what about all their equipment in their VW van that they just left in the parking lot of the Dairy Queen? That mode of transportation and instrumentation is not necessary where I believe she went. Wonderful of you to want to help, darling, but I have to ask, what were you going to tell Stanley? Well, listen, I don't want to sound like I'm off my rocker, but my best friend Brenda, the same night that Denise and her friends went missing, she saw a huge UFO hanging around that Dairy Queen, so we were thinking maybe she was abducted by aliens. Like I said, darling, I do believe she took a trip. I think I understand. Hon, I hope you're sitting down because I got a story for you. Last night, Phil and I finally have a night off together after about 2 weeks, and I decide to make them dinner over at my house. I make corn dogs, I make scalloped potatoes with Crystal Light. So we're sitting at the dinner table eating, and Phil says, gosh, Deb, another delicious meal, thank you so much. And I says, oh, hon, you're welcome. He says, you really take care of me. I says, we really take care of each other, and that's what it's all about. Then he says I was going to wait until after dinner, but I'm too excited to give it to you. I says, what? He says, well, I know there's something that's been on your mind. A gift maybe that you've been wanting, that you've been hoping I would give you for some time. And my heart started racing and I started getting really nervous, wondering what it was. He got me buns of steel. Can you freaking believe that? I've been going to Kmart almost every night trying to find a copy. I said thank you, hon. You really know your girl.
Thank you all for coming to...
শোনো, the wait is over. Now 3, 2, 1 and surprise.
তুমি শাড়ি কোথায় পেলে?
সেটা তোমাকে বলা যাবে না। তুমি নাও, ফ্রেশ হয়ে আসো যাও।
লাগবে না, কান্না কার শাড়ি?
আমি তোর মা। কেন তোর চিনতে কষ্ট হচ্ছে? আশ্চর্য, এত বড় একটা...
আসসালামু আলাইকুম আঙ্কেল। গুড মর্নিং।
ভেরি ভেরি ব্যাড মর্নিং।
কি বলেন? দুইটা ভেরি ভেরি? তার
তোমাকে তো বিকালের কথা বলাই হয়নি।
এই যে মাছ দিয়ে দিছি, নাও খাও। হ্যাঁ খাও।
আপনার মেয়েকে তো আমরা কম স্পেস দেই না, কি বলো বৌমা?
জি। তোকে হাত খরচ ঠিকঠাক মতো দেয় তো? হ্যাঁ দেয়। আর তুমি তো জানো মা, আমার কি এমন খরচ, এত তাড়াতাড়ি যে চলে আসলো।
অফিসের কাজটা ছিল না আজকে, তেমন বেশি প্রেশার ছিল না।
আর আমি অসাধারণ মানুষটা প্রেমে পড়েছি।
কি ব্যাপার মোবারক ভাই, মন খারাপ? পাত্রী পছন্দ হয় নাই?
মোবারক, মোবারক, খাইতে আয় বাজান।
মোবারক ভাই, আপনি সত্যি খুব ইমোশনাল একজন মানুষ। এত ইমোশনাল হয়েন না, সবকিছু ঠিক হয়ে যাবে।
আজ এপ্রিলের 1 তারিখ, শহরে আমাকেই পেল এপ্রিল ফুল বানানোর। সবাই আমার এক্সপ্রেশনের জন্য অপেক্ষা করেছে।
কিছু বলবেন?
স্যার আপনার কফি।
আমার জন্য?
জি স্যার। এটা প্লিজ স্যার আপনি রাখুন।
কিভাবে ইউজ করতে হবে সেগুলো জানি।
আমি আপনাকে দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছি। আজীবন তুমি এমন থাকবে তো?
থাকবো থাকবো থাকবো।
এটার দাম কত?
আপা আপনি যদি নেন 350 টাকা রাখা যাবে।
এত দাম?
কি ব্যাপার, তুমি এখনো ফ্রেশ হও নাই কেন?
ফ্রেশ হব, কিন্তু ভাবছিলাম।
মা তুমি চলে আসছো? আরে
হ্যাঁ, আমি তোর মা। তোমরা আবার এসব ভাববে কেন? এই জেনারেশনের মেয়েরা তো এ সমস্ত কথা চিন্তাই করতে পারে না।
মা আর একটু সবুর করো, সবুর মেয়ে ফলে।
সেটা না হয় করলাম, কিন্তু মা আছে তো ঘরে।
আরে মা ঘুমাচ্ছে।
বউকে খুশি করার জন্য, উপহার দেওয়ার জন্য তুমি আমার ফুল চুরি করেছো, ঠিক আছে, কিন্তু অহেতুক
না খেলে কিন্তু আমার অনেক কষ্ট হবে।
তোমার মা যেগুলো বলে সেগুলোতে বুঝে আমার কষ্ট হয় না?